I'm Victoria Jane, and today I've got the beautiful Akemi Fox.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Oh no, I wanted to have you on, definitely. I did want to ask because I feel like when I mention your name, a lot of people, I don't know if it's the accents, but a lot of people are like Akemi. And I say Akemi.
Yeah, that's right.
So it is right.
Yeah. So my name said Akemi, but everyone says it differently, but that's fine. It is spelled like, maybe it could be Akemi, but yeah, you just pronounce E like an A kind of thing.
But you're obviously a singer-songwriter. Where does Akemi originate from? Like, what does it actually... Because I've never heard anyone with that name.
Yeah, my dad named me after a Japanese pianist called Akemi Kuniyoshi. She was like a jazz pianist. My dad loves like music and stuff, so that's why.
Oh my gosh!
So I'm kind of into music as well. Yeah, so that was where I got the name. But it means something like bright and beautiful.
How lovely!
Such a vain name.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, that's where it came from.
Oh, amazing! So like, have you always? Like, let's take it back to like your childhood, and obviously your dad obviously must be musical if he's named you after someone that's a musical great. So has music always been in your family, like growing up?
Yeah, like no one technically does music or anything.
Okay.
But like my mum always listens to music, so does my dad. Like, and that's what I was like brought up with, just like music always on, and like, loads of different kinds of genres as well. Like from my mum liking like some like punk metal kind of vibe, and then my dad liking jazz. But like they've got a very like open music taste, and obviously
very
R&B.
eclectic.
Yeah, so it's cool. So yeah, I feel like that from listening to that from young, and because they're so like supportive with like creative stuff, because my mum does like photography and like she did drama, so it's like got a creative family. So I feel like I was able to express myself, and I kind of just
so you
ended up on that.
Had a lot of freedom. In your childhood,
so I could like try out what I liked. But yeah, I was definitely always saying that I was going to do something creative when I got older. So yeah, it happened to be music now. So yeah,
it's happened naturally. So can you play any instruments? Or
I can play one song on the guitar.
Oh, that's still
better than nothing, and I taught it myself. So yeah, but I actually want to, but I always get fake nails. So
is that
like, and you can't play with fake nails?
Can you not?
No, because it's like you have to like touch it with like this thing.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I should probably learn the piano instead, because I feel like you can have nails then.
Maybe. Then you can step up to the guitar. I think that might make it easier.
Maybe, but yeah.
So were you like born and raised in Manchester?
Yeah, Manchester.
I feel like you've got a strong accent.
I know. I'm from like South Manchester, so it's a bit more like some people, like all my friends have like this kind of accents. It's a bit like
so much.
Every time I go to London, it's like, you don't sound like you're from Manchester.
That's so weird. That's so
yeah, it's just, but my family does. On my dad's side, they've got quite a strong, I don't know, I've been watching too much like TV or something. I've got a different accent.
Maybe. You know what, that actually can influence you.
Definitely.
TV growing up like can influence you in your accent, and that's how you are anyway.
I feel like because we watch so much American TV as well, that's why everyone can do like an American accent well.
Yeah, you know what, you're right. What's your like background, like what's your heritage?
So my mum is from England. Her family's from like Carlisle, Cumbria, and then my dad, he was born here in Salford, but his dad was from Jamaica, and his mum was from Liberia, which we recently looked at a family tree, and there's so many different parts that I didn't know we came from, so that's exciting.
So you've got like quite a diverse background.
Yeah,
really.
Definitely.
Do you think it's influenced in your music?
Definitely. I don't think I know enough about some of the parts of me as I'd like to, but I think as time goes on, I can like explore that. But yeah. That's the mixture that I have.
I feel like it's hard as well, because I feel like personally I've felt growing up, not identity issues, but like not being able to know so much about all of where you're from. Like, do you think you've experienced that?
Yeah, definitely. I think probably because your parents only like know so much, and if like your grandparents aren't no longer with you, you can't really ask them questions and delve deeper about your like family history. So yeah, there's definitely like a question mark in some parts. So yeah, but I'm kind of intrigued to know more, so maybe
I'll
go Googling.
Nice little series or something, like, let's find out.
Yeah, that'll be so fun.
So obviously you musical in your family, and you know, growing up you had that freedom to express yourself. So when was it like you started to actually like think like, I need to make music? Or when did you start like actually making music and recording it?
Yeah, because I've always like loved songwriting. That was like my thing from like day one. Like I was reading my diary back the other day, and it was so cringe and kind of cute. And it was like every page was like, I love music so much. It makes me feel like this. I want to make someone feel like this. And it was like so nice because I was like, it made me realise how in love I was with it, and like how young me would be proud of me right now. But yeah, so I would write for like friends and stuff for like their music class or anything and stuff, because I didn't hit music actually. But like I found it fun like to write for other people, write for myself, like write poems and like make up stories. And then I used to like post little singing videos on Instagram, just out of like it was just fun. Like, not with my face. Like I did do some YouTube videos and they're awful, but like at the time I was like, oh my god, amazing. So yeah, but I was very shy when it came to like singing, because everyone like used to sing in like the assemblies and stuff. And
plays.
And I was like, no, I'm not about that. And then before I left, I played. I sang a song with my friend, with my best friend, and that was the only time I sang in the whole of high school.
Oh wow!
So yeah. It was something I was shy to do, but when I met my producer that I usually work with, Teo, it kind of just clicked. It was like just...
That was the moment that you actually...
because I'd previously worked with some other people, and that was fun, but I think Teo was just making the music that I've always wanted to make.
And it's comforting.
Yeah, it was and it just worked from the get-go, and then I was like, oh my God, this is so much fun, like maybe I could try this. And then I went to uni and then released a couple of songs.
What did you do in uni?
I did fashion, like communications, so it was like fashion marketing.
I can tell, because you are like very into your like fashion, and I feel like every time I see you, you're always like you've got your own style.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm adjust to buy many purchases because I'm like, I'm going to wear that on stage. And I'm like, I'll buy that on stage. But yeah, when I met Teo, that was kind of the start of like the musical career. And I was like, through uni, even though I was like doing a fashion degree, I was like, okay, this is not what I'm going to do. But it gave me enough time to also
figure it out.
Yeah, figure it out. And I got a degree at the end of it as well. And then,
big accomplishment.
Thank you. And then I finished last year, and then now I'm just doing music.
Music full time.
Well, I'm trying my best.
Honestly, though, that is such a big thing, because I feel like it's so hard for many artists to be able to do that. And even R&B, soul, it's even harder. I feel like
a bit more of a niche.
And honestly, I feel like as artists, you have goals, and then when you achieve them, you kind of don't even reflect on them, or even when you try to reflect, you brush it off, and you just on to next.
That's literally
a huge thing.
That's literally me. Like everything, like I feel like I don't go back and say, oh my God, well done, you've done this, and that. I'm just like, no, the next and the next, which is good, but also bad. We should appreciate probably more about what we've achieved so far. But I guess it's good to be motivated as well, because I feel like that with the music industry, you always have to be like one step ahead.
Yeah, it's like imposter syndrome sometimes as well. Do you like struggle with that at all?
100%. I'm always like, oh my God, like, am I meant to be doing this? Am I even like good at doing it? And I think also because you work a lot on your own as well, obviously you collab with other people. It is sometimes a bit lonely, so you're in your head a lot. And it's like, oh my God, like, have I made the right decision? Like, is this a bit risky? But then you kind of just have to let it go and just think, might as well try it and see what happens. So that's what I'm trying to do anyway.
I feel like you've been doing it, and obviously to get to this point of just being able to do music and be in the studio and do what brings you that joy is just so amazing. And you've not like released that many. You've released a few singles. Obviously, the biggest, I think, Lemon Tea. And then, Colour You In.
That's the first EP.
The first EP, which is, it's strange because I feel like you've been doing music for a while as well, but you've obviously not at the same time been actually releasing the more like polished and refined stuff. But how do you think your sound has elevated since you started working with Mateo and started?
Yeah, I was listening back to things and I feel like it was very much more chill and a bit more sad in places.
Oh, okay. Great. No, I know what you mean.
And yeah, just that very like alternative like R&B soul sound. And I think, yeah, just with every year I'm trying new things, like trying to work with like some more upbeat kind of things at the moment. And I think it's just fun to do something different all the time. Not that I'm changing, like doing different genre every time, but just something a little bit different, because I feel like that's more exciting for you. And then also it's like surprising maybe for your listeners. So yeah, I'm just trying to dabble
explore
in
a bit.
Yeah, explore
experiment.
a bit. Maybe have like something you can sway to at my show.
I know
So it's
the
not
new one.
completely like...
Yeah, the new one is like so good. Like I keep hearing it and like
keep saying it gets in the head. I'm like, I'm sorry.
No, but it's getting your head in a good way.
Okay, that's
like
good.
it's like, oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's a cute little summer song.
Yeah, and I keep hearing it like on the radio, and it's so good because I feel like I'm so proud of how you've got to this point and how I'm like hearing your music and not just the same kind of voices I normally hear on radio being played over and over again. So yeah, I feel like you've got to a really, really great point, really.
Oh, thank you.
And you know, the latest single, I mean, how was it making that, and you know, being involved with NQ as well?
Yeah. So yeah, it's called See You Soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I recorded that I went to London, but we went to Swindle, who produced that I worked with. We went to his studio, and yeah, we kind of just came up with it quite quickly, actually. The guitarist that was there, called Moises, came up with this like guitar line, and then we kind of just went off that, and then it was like a happy, like cheery song, and we just it came out randomly. I was like, oh, can I see you soon?
Nice,
and then like kept it, like did some work on it back in Manchester, and then I was like, okay, this could be the single. Like, yeah, it's just I kept playing it to everyone, and everyone was like, this is so like happy, and it's good to make people happy, isn't it? As much as I like to write a sad song.
Honestly, it's so amazing, and I really love it. And I feel like it's summer, and it's everything that UK R&B should be right now. I mean, do you think it's getting easier for UK R&B artists and females as well?
Yeah, hopefully. I'm thinking there's definitely, I'm seeing like more females being like shown love, but I think there could always be room for more.
Be more.
Yeah. Maybe just more female nights, maybe, or just I don't know, just
more support.
Yeah, 100%.
More support.
Because yeah, there's just such a good like R&B scene, especially with females. So I think it would just be celebrated
a little bit more.
Yeah.
And what's coming up for you like this summer? Like what does the future hold? Like,
so I'm working on the next project.
Are you? Oh my God, get into the gas.
Exclusive. No.
Oh, no.
So yeah, we're kind of just refining and like making some more.
Okay.
But like there's a couple of tracks on there, and then hopefully at some point, maybe the end of this year, or at some point, I want to do like a small little show of my own.
Oh, that would be amazing. Have you done your own show before?
No.
Okay.
But I do. I'm working up towards it. I don't know.
No, I feel
I'm a bit
like
scared.
I can imagine, because it is hard, especially to do your own show. And, you know, speaking about with KSR, like, it's nerve-wracking to do that and put it on and wonder if people are going to come and support. But I think, like, what he was saying is, like, don't worry, like, whoever comes will be there to support you at the end of the day.
And that would be nice, yeah.
So that's a lot of stuff coming up. I'm excited. And I feel like you're like, your prime right now, like it's so good because you've got people around you who can help you and help make the music you want to put out. Are you doing any like festivals or any like summer shows?
What show am I doing? I'm doing a couple, not like proper festivals next year. Hopefully next year I'll be on some little.
I feel like more and more R&B people are getting put on festivals.
And
it's changing.
I know in festivals a lot of the time, like, a lot of male. Like,
yeah,
artists.
it is. Well, that's changing as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
Hopefully.
Because, like, with the wireless lineup, there's, like, so many more females this year, which is exciting. So, yeah.
I know, it's so exciting. Well, I wanted to end on a question as well that kind of hopefully will give me a little bit more insight into you.
Okay.
So tell me something that I probably don't know about you.
Ooh. What do you know? I'm trying to think. You put me on the spot. I feel like I tell everyone everything about me. It's so bad.
Could be the smallest thing.
I'm trying to think what could... You're going to have to cut this out. I'm trying to think. There is something
anything
about...
that I don't know.
I was going to study drama at uni.
Oh, was you?
Yeah.
That would have been a whole different route.
Yeah, I was really set on
Could have
being...
been on Emmerdale.
Yeah, I was really set on being an actor. That was the vibe. I know it's still creative, but yeah,
Still could.
Yeah.
Could be in next series of Top Boy. Like,
I don't mind if the singing...
casting.
Do you want to... Maybe
directors.
I don't know if you can do a very good London accent.
Well, yeah, maybe. Well, you're halfway there. It's not that Manchester.
But yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Maybe I'll be in a film one day.
Maybe. Won't hold that out. Like,
Hollywood. Here I come after it.
Oh, thanks so much for joining me. I'm so excited to hear this project, and I will be at that show when it happens, because it will happen at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, guys. Why are you laughing?